Alright guys, we got another flight with the Skyhawk V2 940. As you can see, the takeoff was uneventful, pretty easy. I ended up sliding the battery a little bit further back. I had it too nose heavy, and on my previous flight attempt, I crashed the plane because it nosed down and caused some damage. I ended up re-gluing it back together, so this is the first flight after the plane has been re-glued back together, and as you can see, it is flying perfectly fine, no issues here. Just have to make sure that you have the CG pretty much dead on. I was running it a little bit nose heavy, but it does not like that, so I have the CG dead on, which is pretty much lined up on the front spar of the wing. So after getting a couple of laps around the park to make sure everything is fine, we are going to do a quick altitude check, and we're not going to do the max altitude. We're just going to kind of get up there for a few seconds and then come back down. So, and now we are going to start the ascent right now. And I think at first I start off with about 60% throttle, because this thing flies at like 30% throttle. So I start off with 60%, and then I think I moved to about 80%, but I never gave it 100% throttle. The thrust to weight ratio is pretty high on this, even with the 7x6 prop. So very rarely do you even need 100% on this. We get up pretty easily to a good altitude, and then we just kind of freestyle with it once we get up here. And there's probably some thermals up there, because it was holding up pretty easily. I mean, I could take the throttle off and this thing would just cruise. So look how stable this thing is. I'm only running a Zod Copilot inside here. There's no flight controller, just the Zod Copilot, and mainly I put the Copilot in there because I wanted the GPS return to home. So this thing cruises really well. I think it flies, in my opinion, much better having it set up like a delta wing instead of having it set up as a T-tail or V-tail. So yeah, I like the handling of this. So far, after about 10 flights, I've had 0 stalls or tip stalls or anything like that. This thing has never stalled out on me while running it as a delta. Now running it as a V-tail, there were a couple times where it got into that stall range and it wanted to fall or whatever, but running it like this, it always levels itself out, and it's a lot easier to land having this set up as a delta versus an A-tail. So yeah, we got up there, we got back down. We used a lot of upside down rolls to kind of put us in a nosedive, and I let the plane pull itself out of the nosedive. I just would get it upside down and then let it pretty much do whatever it wanted to. And this is all line of sight flight, by the way. There's no FPV on this just yet. The only thing I have on the top of this is the RunCam 5. So coming in for a nice smooth landing. Like I said, landings are really easy having this set up as a delta. We're gonna definitely have to get our FPV footage on here and get some more flights in, but that's gonna be it for now, guys. See you on the next one.